Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome each and everyone here tonight to our spectacular production of the Hot Mikado. This is the 13th musical produced by the students and staff of Cashel Community School.
This show depicts an outrageous farce set around confusing love affairs and the need for Koko, the Lord High Executioner, to cut off a head or lose his own. This is set in Japan during the 40s.
Before the show begins, here are a few technical details which must be mentioned. In the unlikely event of a fire occurring, there are a number of fire exits located around the sports hall. On your left, there is a door in which you all came in, and on your right, there are 3 others.
Food and drinks are not allowed in the auditorium during the performance. Raffle tickets will be on sale during the interval, and the raffle will take place before the beginning of Act 2. The prizes can be claimed in the office at the end of the show. I've been asked to remind everyone to please switch off all mobile phones.
Well, that's our job done now, so let's get this show on the road. Enjoy. Thank you.
If you wanna know who we are gentlemen of Japan. Play trombone or jazz guitar. Come on, turn your own baby. Our dancing's so adept. We're swing with every step. We're always so cool and hip. Papa do nada, sweetie pie. We do nada. If you think we'll work by strings, like a Japanese mariner, you don't understand these things. It is simply called etiquette. We're living our life in song. We'll keep it up all day long. We want you to sing along. We want you to sing along. If you want to know who we are, if you want to know who we are Japan, of Japan, yeah. We are Japan.
Hey, fellas, is this titty poo? Look, do you know where I can find a girl named Yum Yum? She's the ward of a tailor named Coco.
Why? Who are you?
Yeah, who wants to know?
Who am I? Well, I'll tell you.
A wandering minstrel I, a thing of shreds and patches, of ballad songs and snatches, and dreamy lullaby. My catalog is long, through every passion ranging, and to your humors changing, I tune my supple song. I tune my supple song. If you try to love and always fail, I'll sigh with you. Oh, listen to me, baby. Oh, baby. Does your heart sing out a lonely wail? I'll do so too. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But if patriotic sentiment is wanted, I've patriotic ballads cut and dried.
Yes, sir.
For where'er our country's banner may be planted, all of the local banners are defied. Our warriors in marching ranks assembled never quail or they conceal it if they do. And I should not be surprised if nations tremble before the mighty troops of Tiddipoo.
We should not be surprised if nations tremble with the cries, my troops of Tiddipoo. A wandering minstrel, I thing of shreds and patches, of ballad songs and snatches, and dreamy lullaby. My catalog is long,
Be
every
perfect
passion,
and to humors
and
changing.
humors changing. I tune myself a song. I tune myself a song.
So, what's your business with Yum Yum?
Yeah, listen, man. Well, a year ago, I was a member of the Tiddipoo Big Band.
Not playing trumpet, I hope.
No, I took around the cap for contributions. But when I saw Yum Yum, it was love at first sight. But hopeless, because she was engaged to be married to her old guardian, Coco. But a month ago, I heard Coco had been condemned to death for flirting. So I rushed back to marry my Yum Yum.
Coco was condemned, but at the last minute, we saved him.
And made him Lord High Executioner of Tiddipoo.
When our great Mikado made flirting punishable by death, we all knew we were in trouble. So, the night before Coco was to be beheaded for flirting, we freed him. We made him Lord High Executioner.
Why would you do that?
Because now, if any of us are caught flirting, Coco can't execute us without beheading himself first.
But Lord High Executioner is the highest rank in Tiddipoo.
It is. Our Mikado sees no difference from the judge who condemns a gangster to die and the headsman who lops off his head. So now every judge is his own executioner.
Thanks. And you are?
I am Pooba, the coolest cat in all Tiddipoo. When all the ministers of state resigned at once because they refused to work under the uncool Coco, I was the only one cool enough to take over all their jobs.
Took over all their salaries, too.
So, Coco is Lord High Executioner,
He is
and you are...
Lord High, everything else.
It's a tough job, but someone's gotta do it.
I also sell state secrets at a very low figure. And if you would want any more information about Yum Yum, that will come under the heading of a state secret.
Will this do?
For now. Now, let me see about Yum Yum. Now listen, kid, the news ain't great for in the end. You come too late. Today's the day we celebrate the wedding of our executioner. This very day from school, Yum Yum, we'll win the way home we come. With the beat of drum and a rum-tum-tum to where the Lord High Executioner. And the drums will crash and trumpets break, and they'll cut a dash on their wedding day.
Wedding day?
She'll toddle away as all ever with the Lord High Executioner. And the drums will crash and the trumpets break, and they'll cut a dash on their wedding day. She'll toddle away as all ever with the Lord High Executioner. They'll vow the pact extremely soon.
Yes, sir.
In point of fact, this afternoon.
This afternoon?
Her honeymoon with that buffoon starts after she's a processioner.
Wait a minute, Yum Yum's getting mad.
And the drums will crash and the trumpets break, and they'll cut a dash on their wedding day. She'll toddle away as all ever with the Lord High Executioner. And the drums will crash, and the trumpets raise, and they'll cut a dash on their wedding day. She'll toddle away as all ever with the Lord High Execution.
Hey, come on, fellas. You can tell me. Yum Yum's getting married. Where? Oh, come on, guys. I love the girls. Oh, fellas. Mr. Bob. Oh, come on. Oh, fellas. Wait a minute! Do you mean to tell me that I've been on the road for a month just to learn that Yum Yum, the girl I love, is going to marry Coco?
That's right, baby.
Hey, guys, he's coming!
Now, Coco will be here in a minute, so he'll fill you in himself.
No, I gotta find Yum Yum and talk to her first.
All right, suit yourself.
Behold the Lord High Executioner, a personage of noble rank and title, a dignified and potent officer, whose functions are particularly vital.
Defer to the Lord High Executioner. Defer to the noble Lord.
To the noble Lord, to the Lord High Executioner.
Taken from the county jail by a set of curious chances, liberated then on bail, on my own recognizances, lifted up so I'll regale, given weekly allowances to a height that few can scale, save by long and weary dances, surely never had a male under such like circumstances, so adventurous a tale which might rank with the most romances, taken from the county jail,
Taken from the county jail
by a set of curious chances, surely never had a male executioner.
Defer
Defer to the noble Lord.
to the noble Lord.
Bow down, to the Lord High Executioner. Defer to the noble High Gentlemen, I am very touched by this reception. However, if I should be called upon to act professionally, I'm sure I will have no difficulty in finding persons whose loss will be a distinct gain to society at large. As someday it should happen that a victim must be found, I've got a little list of society offenders who might well be underground, who never would be missed, they never would be missed. There's the devotees of movie stars who write for autographs, all people who have flabby hands and irritating laughs. Name, please. All children who play instruments but always play them flat. I hate that. All people who, when shaking hands, shake hands with you like that. See what I mean? Hurts, doesn't it? They grab on, they squeeze, they won't let go. It's unforgivable. And the Billy Sunday River and Ike and all revivalists. That none of them be missed. Amen. That none of them be missed.
He's got 'em on the list.
La la.
He's got 'em on the list.
I don't.
None of them be missed. Shall none of them be missed.
There's the ragtime serenader and the others of her race. The piano organist. I got her on the list. All people read peppermint and puff it in your face. They never would be missed. They never would be missed. The woman on the party line who's always on the phone. The reckless who, like Garbo, simply wants to be alone. The Bobby Sox fanatics who, when Frank Sinatra heard, will faint and shriek and gurgle till you cannot hear a word. And that singular absurdity, the swing time pianist. I don't think she'll be missed. I got her on the list.
He's got her on the list.
La la.
He's got her on the list.
I don't.
She'll be missed. I'm sure she'll not be missed.
There's the liberal excess of Franklin Delano and wife, the avid new dealist. I got her on the list. A funny fellow comic man and clowns of private life. They never would be missed. They never would be missed. Americans, when traveling, who are such adventurous folk, they only order hamburgers and wash them down with Coke. Pardonnez-moi. I have more empty spaces left, but what is one to do? The task of filling up this list I'd rather leave to you. But it really doesn't matter who you put upon the list, for that none of them be missed, that none of them be missed.
You may put us on the list. You may put us on the list. And none of them be missed. Then none of them be missed. The list.
Now take this list and put it in a safe place.
We'll take this little list. We'll hide this little list. And it never will be missed. It never will be missed. The list.
Oh, Pooba, it seems that the festivities in connection with my marriage must last a week. I really want to put on the dog. So tell me, what should I spend?
Well, that depends on who you're speaking to. First Lord of the Treasury, Chancellor of the Exchequer, Attorney General, Private Secretary.
Suppose we say private secretary.
Well, speaking as your private secretary, I would say that since the city's gonna be picking up the tab, don't stint yourself, honey. Do it well.
That is your advice?
As your private secretary.
But you understand it as Chancellor of the Exchequer, I am bound to see that your economy is observed.
Right, but didn't you just say don't stint yourself?
As your private secretary.
And then you said your economy must be observed.
As Chancellor of the Exchequer.
Well, come over here. The Chancellor of the Exchequer can't hear us. Now then, as my lawyer, how do you advise me?
As your lawyer, I will say that as long as you don't implicate me, chance it.
But if it were not as Lord Chief Justice, I am bound to see that no law is violated.
Now then, come over here where the Lord Chief Justice can't hear us. As First Lord of the Treasury.
As First Lord of the Treasury, I could propose a special vote to cover all expenses.
But as leader of the opposition, it would be my duty to say no, no, never.
But as Paymaster General, I could fix the accounts.
So that as Lord High Auditor, I should never discover the fraud.
But then as Archbishop of Tiddipoo, it would be my duty to denounce my dishonesty and give myself over into my own custody.
As the Chief of Police, click, click.
Pooba, that's extremely awkward.
You're telling me. But I don't want you to think that all those distinguished people couldn't be satisfied by the insult of a very considerable bribe.
Thank you, I'll keep that in mind. Pooba, my bride-to-be and her sisters are coming. You know, Pooba, any compliment on your half, or an object of gravel in Japanese characteristic attitude, it will be considered a massive favor.
No money, no gravel.
Oh, Pooba.
Life's a joke that's just begun. Ba-ba-dee-dum, ba-ba-dee-dum. Three little maids from school. Three little maids from school. Three little maids who all unwary come from a ladies' seminary. Read from the genius to the Larry. Would you know in Nagasaki? Three little maids from school. Three little maids from school. Three little maids, three little maids. Three little maids, three little maids. One little maid is a bright yum-yum. Two little maids in a tennis car. Three little maids is a total sum. Three little maids from school. Well, from three little maids, take one away. Two little maids, a maid and they won't have to wait very long, you say. Three little maids from school. Three little maids from school. Three little maids from school are we. From school go we. Fill to the brim with girlishly. Three little maids who all are wearing come from a ladies' seminary. Straight from its genius to the Larry. Three little maids.
Yum yum, my bride-to-be.
You're not going to kiss me in front of all these people.
Well, that was the idea.
It seems odd, doesn't it?
Honey, it is odd. I wouldn't do it.
It all depends, right? You've got to start somewhere.
Well, I know nothing about these things, but I've no objection if it's usual.
Oh, it is usual, I think. Hey, Lord Chamberlain?
I have seen it done.
Oh, thank goodness that's over. You!
Won't you introduce me?
Oh,
Girls, one at a time, one at a time. Eeny, meeny, miny, yum yum.
This is the gentleman who used to play so beautifully on the second trumpet.
Sir, I have the great misfortune to love your ward, Yum Yum. I know you're angry.
Angry? Why not a bit, my boy? Why, I love her myself. Charming little girl, isn't she? Pretty hair and pretty eyes. Glad to see my opinion backed up on such a good judge of brides-to-be. Thank you. Girls, come along. Hooba!
Hello?
Yum Yum, at last we're alone. I came because I heard your guardian was beheaded, but I find you're going to marry him this afternoon.
Yes.
But you do not love him.
No.
Yahoo! That's swell. But why don't you turn him down?
What good would that do? He's my guardian. He's not about to let me marry you.
But I would wait until you were of age.
Besides, a wandering minstrel who plays brass instruments outside of tea houses is hardly a suitable husband for the ward of a Lord High Executioner.
But, hey, should I tell her?
You better, or we're going to be here all night.
What if it should prove, after all, that I'm no musician?
There, I knew it the moment I heard you play.
What if it should prove, after all, that I'm no other than the son of His Majesty the Mikado?
The son of the Mikado? But why is your Highness disguised?
Well,
and what has your Highness done?
went...
And does your Highness promise never to do it again?
Shh! Look, years ago, I made a mistake. The mistake of captivating Kadisha, an old woman in my dad's court. She misconstrued plain courtesy into an expression of affection, and she claimed me in marriage under my father's flirting law. My father, the J. Edgar Hoover of Japan, the Mikado, he ordered me to marry her within a week or die. So that night, I ran away, disguised as a second trumpet, and I joined the band in which you found me.
I think your Highness had better not come too near. The laws against flirting are very severe.
But we're alone, and nobody can see us.
Still, that doesn't make it right. We must obey the law.
Damn the law! If it weren't for that, how happy we could be.
Happy, yes.
If it weren't for the law, we'd be standing side by side, like this.
Instead of being obliged to sit half a mile off, like that.
We should be gazing into each other's eyes, like this.
Breathing sighs of unutterable love. Like that.
With our arms around each other, like this.
If it wasn't for the law.
If it wasn't for the law.
As it is, we could do nothing of the kind.
Not for all the tea in Japan.
Being engaged to Coco, you know?
Yeah, being engaged to Coco. Were you not to Coco plighted, I would say intent at all. Loved one, let us be united. Let us be each other's own. I'd forget all rank and station. Worldly sneers are naught to us. And to mark my admiration, I would kiss you fondly thus.
To embrace you is a no-no. If someone sees us, it's no joke-o. Yet I touch you and go loco.
Loco?
Loco.
Ah, loco.
Loco, 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 loco.
So in spite of all temptation, such a dream I won't discuss, and on no consideration would I kiss you fondly thus. Would I kiss you fondly thus? Let me make it clear to you, this is what I'll never do. This or this, this or this, or this. This is what I'll never, 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 never do. This or this, this or this, this. This is what I'll never do.
He'll never do.
I'll never do.
He'll never do.
Oh, this. This is what I'll never, never
We mustn't be seen together. It's death if we're caught. Quickly run. Well, run! Run! Your shoe's untied.
Well, there she goes. To think that my future happiness is wrapped up in that little bundle. Really, it hardly seems worthwhile. Coco! Now what is it? Can't you see I'm soliloquizing?
I have a letter
A letter? From whom?
from His Majesty, the Mikado.
The Mikado. What in the world could he have to say to me? I knew this would come sooner or later. It's in Japanese. Oh, we are Japanese. We are da-da-da-da! Woo-do-do-wah! Wah! Yeah! Oh, I'm sorry, I'll translate. The Mikado is struck by the fact that no executions have taken place in Titipu for a year, and decrees that unless somebody is beheaded within a month, the job of the Lord High Executioner shall be abolished, and the city reduced to the rank of a village. Oh, Father, on us all! With only one thing that must be done. We must execute somebody at once. The only question is, who?
Well, it does seem unkind to say, but since you're already under the sentence of death for flirting, everything seems to point to you, baby.
To me? What are you talking about? I mean, I can't kill myself. Why not? Because, in the first place, self-decapitation is extremely difficult, not to mention dangerous thing to attempt. And second, it's suicide. And suicide is a capital offense.
Oh, that's just a detail.
Besides, I don't see how a man can cut off his own head.
A man might try.
Even cutting off half would be something.
It will be taken as a desire to obey the imperial will.
No. As official headsman, my reputation is at stake. I mean, I can't agree to a beheading unless it's done perfectly, for I am an artiste.
The professional conscientiousness is highly admirable, but it places in a very awkward position.
Why, the awkwardness of your position is grace itself, compared to that of a man trying to cut off his own head.
I'm afraid that unless you can find a substitute.
A substitute? A substitute? Pulba, I appoint you Lord High Substitute.
I second it.
Oh, such an appointment would realize my fondest dreams. But no, at any sacrifice, I must decline. I am so proud if I allow my family pride to be my guide. I volunteer to quit this fear instead of you in a minute or two. But family pride must be denied and set aside, and more to fight, and more to fight.
My brain it teems with endless schemes, what gonna know for titty-poo, but if I flip the benefit that I diffuse to downward lows. Now every man to aid his clan must plot and plan as best he can.
I heard one day a gentleman say the criminals who are caught and sue can hardly feel the fatal seal, and so I slain without much pain. This is true, it's jolly for you, your courage screwed, too bitter to do.
I am so proud.
My brain it teems with endless schemes, what good and
pride.
but
Two are caught and sue can
God.
but here's the fatal
the benefit that I
slain
the downward blows. Now every man to aid his clan must plan and plan as best he can. And so, although I'm ready to go, yet recollect the disrespect that I neglected, thus affect this aim direct. I can't accept.
And so, although I'm willing to go and greatly pine to brightly shine and live the life a hero fine, and with the sign I must decline
and go and show both friend and foe how much you dare. I'm quite aware it's your affair, yet I declare I take your share, but I don't much care.
I must decline,
share, but I don't.
I object,
share, but I don't. I object, share, but I don't. I object, I object.
Oh, what have I done? What have I done? To sit in solemn silence in a dull dark dock, in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a sharp shot from the cheap and chippy chopper on the big black block. To sit in solemn silence in a dull dark dock, in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a sharp shot from the cheapy chippy chopper on the big black block. To sit in solemn silence in a dull dark dock, in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a sharp shot from a chippy chippy chopper on the big black block. A dull dark dock, a lifelong lock, a sharp shot, a big black block. Sit in solemn silence in a pestilential prison, awaiting the sensation of a chippy chippy chopper on the big black block. A chippy chippy chopper on the big black block. Go away, I'll figure something out. Beat it! This stinks. I allow myself to be saved simply to benefit Titty-Poo. And now I'm required to die within a month? I mean, is this public gratitude? Is it? Oh, go away! Why am I never allowed to soliloquize?
Go on, don't mind me.
Well, is this public... Hey, what are you gonna do with that rope?
I'm about to terminate an unendurable existence.
Oh, terminate your existence? Why?
Because you are to marry the girl I love.
Oh, no, I can't allow that. If you dare to do anything of the kind, I shall order your instant arrest.
If you attempt to raise an alarm, I perform the act instantly with this blade.
No. Ah! Come on. How can I agree to your marrying Yum Yum if I'm gonna marry Yum Yum myself?
My good friend should be a widow in a month. Marry her then.
But my position during the next month will be most unpleasant.
Well, not half as unpleasant as my position at the end of it. Come on, please.
No. Oh, all right. Yahoo!
We came to find out what you mean to do about the Mikado's letter.
I think I found a volunteer, eh? You can marry Yum Yum if you let me behead you in a month.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
We're all saved!
The itty-bitty thunderclouds passed away,
And Mr. Sun's gonna shine a dawning day.
and those dark nights going much too soon.
It's gonna be a month of afternoon.
We're laughing song and yes. With joy and shouting, ringing, cheering, auguring, victory. With joy and shout, and ringing, cheer. We're ringing, cheer.
Well, a month of past happiness but seem a year.
No heebie-jeebies now that you are here.
In a month you'll have to change your tune.
At least you have a happy honeymoon.
Let the joy of joy dance. We'll
Cause in 1 month you have to die if Coco tells us true. 'Twere empty compliment to cry long life to Nanky Poo. But as 1 month you have to live as fellow citizens. This toast for 3 times 3 will give long life, long life to you. Long life to you. Long life to you. Long life to you. Till
May all good fortune prosper you. May you have health and riches too. May you succeed. You succeed in all you do. In all you do.
Never cease, assist me, all of you. I've come to claim my lover, Nanky Poo. He shines delights which never cloy. Come back here, old fool. Come back to joy.
Who is that?
It's Kadisha, the other woman I was telling you about.
No, you shall not go. These arms shall thus enfold you. Oh, fool that fleest a holy faith, a blind one seest that I'm your mate, a rash that judges from half to whole, oh, base that grudges, love's not a stone, the heart of mine, oh fool, you blind, give me my place, oh rash, oh base, the heart of mine, give me my place, fool or blind, oh rash, oh base, give me my place, give me my
Away, don't prosecute your quest from our intention well expressed. You cannot turn us.
No.
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 He's gonna marry.
Yeah.
He's gonna marry.
Yeah.
He's gonna marry.
Yeah.
He's gonna marry. Yum
Well, papers one, this insult you shall rue. In plead for mercy, on your knees you'll soon. I'll tear the mask from your disguise. Do you know who this man really is?
Here it comes now.
Prepare yourself for new surprises.
What can we do?
He ain't no musician, whatever jive he's been feeding you.
I've got an idea.
What?
Watch this.
He is the only son of your
Give me a summer.
Give me a summer.
Sushi Nagasaki.
Sushi Nagasaki.
Oh, the Betty Hanna.
Oh, the Betty Hanna.
Sake teriyaki.
Sake teriyaki.
Fuji okapoki.
Fuji okapoki.
Wicky wacky wookie.
Wacky wacky wookie.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
You think you're hot, but you would see you haven't got best of me. You kiss me off, but now you pay for what you think's a wedding day.
We'll hear no more your brassy ding. We don't believe the pigs are clean. The echoes of our festival will rise right up and
Yeah, oh, oh. Ye hardy, hardy maid, at once I'll go to the Mikado and get my way.
Where you go? How dare you scream and shout? Your purpose is love, so won't you pack up and get out? Do not heed your dismal sound. Joy rings everywhere around. Do not heed your dismal sound.
Joy rings everywhere around.
We do not heed your dismal sound. Joy rings everywhere around. We do not heed your dismal sound. Joy rings everywhere around.
Shall rise triumphant over all. Shall rise triumphant.
Shall rise triumphant,
Triumphant over all.
We do not heed your dismal sound. Joy rings everywhere around. We do not heed your dismal sound. Joy rings everywhere around.
not heed no dismal sound. The joy rings everywhere around. We do not heed no dismal sound. The joy rings everywhere around.
We do not heed your dismal sound.
The joy rings everywhere around.
We do not heed your dismal sound.
The joy rings everywhere around.
We do not heed your dismal sound. The joy rings everywhere around. We do not heed your dismal sound. The joy rings everywhere around.
Joy rings everywhere. 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 Joy, joy, joy. 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 Joy, joy, joy.
Yo! You ain't heard the last of me yet.
Shut your fly trap, gas bag.
I'll get you back.
Japanese way why I am so much more attractive than anybody else in the whole world. The sun whose rays are all ablaze with everlasting glory. Do not deny his majesty who stands on fire before me. He won't be coy, a blushing boy, complete but childish, whining, but fierce and bold and fiery gold, he glorifies his shining. observe her flame, you icy dame, the moon's celestial highness. There's not a trace upon her face of diffidence or shyness. She borrows light that through the night mankind may all claim her. And true to tell, she lights up well, so I for one don't blame her. Oh, pray, make no mistake, we are not shy. We're very wide awake, the moon and I. Oh, pray, make no mistake, we are not shy. We're very wide awake, the moon and I. The moon, the sun, and I. The whole world seems to smile on me. I am to be married today to the man I love, and I'm the very happiest girl in all Japan.
It's too bad your happiness can't be complete.
What do you mean?
Well, it can't be denied that your husband has to be beheaded in a month. That, in a way, is a drawback. And it does seem to take the top off it, you know?
I don't know.
Anyway, he'll find it a drawback.
Not necessarily. It all depends, right?
I think it's mean of you to talk about it. If my wedded happiness is to be
cut short
in a month, can't you let me forget it?
Yum Yum in tears, but it's your wedding day, honey.
They've been reminding me that you're to be beheaded.
Yes, we've been reminding her that you're to be beheaded in a month.
It's quite true, you know.
A month?
Beheaded. You, baby.
Well, some bridegrooms might be depressed by this sort of thing. A month? What's a month? Gosh. But time is purely arbitrary. Who says 24 hours makes a day?
There is a popular impression to that effect.
We'll call each second a minute, each minute an hour, each hour a day, and each day a year. At that rate, we have about 30 years of married happiness before us.
And at that rate, this little chat of ours has already lasted 4.5 hours. Come on, girls. Let's get the heck out of here before we get too old.
Bye. Time flies when you're having fun.
That's the way to look at it. Let's not be sad. There's a silver lining to every cloud.
Let's be perfectly happy.
Let's thoroughly enjoy ourselves.
Silly to cry.
Ridiculous. Brightly dawned our wedding day.
Joyous are we, give you greeting. Where, oh, where could you be fleeting? Fickle moment, prithee stay. Fickle moment, prithee stay.
Ne'er our victory was so hollow.
Pleasures come and sorrows follow.
Evening bells will chime ere long.
Evening bells will chime ere long, chime ere long. Ding dong, ding dong. Yet until the shadows fall over one and over all.
Swing a merry magical.
Swing a merry magical, swing a merry magical. Fa la fa la la fa la fa la fa la fa la la fa la la fa la 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 fa la 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 fa la la la.
Ba-dip-ba-doo-ba-da-ba-doo-dum-bum, ba-diddy-diddy-diddy, pow!
Rid-daddy-daddy-daddy-ba-dooby-doo.
Sweet papa diddle-up, diddle-it-up-bye.
Hey, but
Hey, battery bow.
Circle back to the Renaissance, go and take your chances. Swing a merry magical,
Swing on merry magical, swing on merry magical.
Oh. Oh. Go on. Don't mind me.
And I'm afraid we're upsetting you.
Never mind that. I gotta get used to it bit by bit. Begin by putting your arm around her waist. There, let me get used to that first.
Oh, wouldn't you like to leave? It must pain you to see us together.
No, I must learn to take it like a man. Now, put her head on your shoulder.
Like that?
Yes. Now kiss her. Oh, it's Dodger.
Come on, buck up. It's only for a month.
Oh, I think it's time we went for something to eat.
What?
I think it's time for lunch.
What?
Oh, vamos! There's no use deluding ourselves with false hopes.
What do you mean?
Oh, my poor child. How shall I break it to you? My bride that was to have been.
Was to have been.
Yes, you can never be mine.
What?
Oh, I'm so glad.
Glad? Why, I just found out that by Mikado's law, when a married man is beheaded, his wife is buried alive.
Buried alive?
Yeah, it's a really unpleasant death.
But whom did you hear that from?
Oh, from Puba. He's my lawyer.
But he may be mistaken.
So I thought. So I consulted the Attorney General, Lord Chief Justice, Lord High Admiral, and all the rest of them. And they're all of the same opinion. Why, I never knew such an agreement on a point of law in all my life.
Wait a minute. This law's never been enforced.
Not yet. You see, flirting is the only crime punishable with beheading. And married men never flirt.
Of course they don't. Oh, I guess my dream of happiness is over.
Darling, I don't want to appear selfish, and I love you with all my heart. I don't suppose I shall ever love anybody else half as much. But when I agreed to marry you, I had no idea I'd have to be buried alive in a month.
Me neither. It's the first I heard of it.
It makes a difference, doesn't it?
Of course.
You see, burial alive is such a stuffy death.
An awful death.
You see my difficulty, don't you?
Yes, I see. If I insist on you marrying me, I doom you to a hideous death. But if I release you, you marry Coco at once.
Here's a howdy-do, do-do-do, if I marry you, do-do-do. When your time has come to perish, then the woman whom you cherish must be slaughtered too. Oh, here's a howdy-do, do-do-do, here's a howdy-do.
Here's a pretty mess, so yes, in a month or less. So yes, I must die without a wedding. Let the bitter tears I'm shedding witness my distress. Oh, here's a pretty mess, so yes, here's a pretty mess.
Here's a state of things, to her life she clings. Matrimonial devotion doesn't seem to suit her notion. Burial it brings. Here's a state of things, here's a state of things. With a passion that's intense I worship and adore, but the laws of common sense we oughtn't to ignore. If what I say is true, 'tis death to marry you. Here's a pretty state of things, here's a pretty howdy-do. Here's a pretty state of things, a pretty mess of howdy-do.
Here's a howdy-do.
Here's a howdy-do. Here's a howdy-do.
For if what he says is true,
I cannot marry you. Here's a pretty state of things. Here's a pretty, pretty mess. Here's a howdy-do. poor boy. I'm really sorry for you.
Thanks. I'm sure you are.
I mean, I can't conceive of anything more distressing than to have one's marriage broken off at the last moment. But don't worry, you won't be dissatisfied of a wedding because you can come to mine.
Well, that's awfully kind of you, but it's impossible.
Why?
Today, I die.
Oh, what do you mean?
I can't live without Yum Yum. Today, I perform the happy end.
Oh, no. I can't allow that.
Why not?
Why hang it all? You're under contract to die by my hands. Huh? Why, I shall have to be executed instead of you.
Coco.
Oh, what?
Coco.
What?
It's the Mikado.
Oh.
He's approaching the city.
Oh.
And we'll be here in 10 minutes.
Oh! Now look here, this is getting serious, and a bargain is a bargain. And you really mustn't frustrate the end of justice by committing suicide. As a man of honor and gentleman, you are bound to die by my hands.
Very well then, behead me.
What? Now?
Certainly, at once.
Chop it off. Chop it off.
My good sir, I don't go about the place prepared to kill a gentleman at a moment's notice. Why, I never even killed a fly.
Still, as Lord High Executioner.
As Lord High Executioner, I have a whole month to behead him. And I'm not ready yet. I'm going to take lessons. I mean, to begin with a guinea pig and work my whole way up through the animal kingdom till I see a second trumpet. Oh, I'm sorry. Look, you don't suppose I would have accepted the job if I hadn't thought that the duties were purely nominal. I can't kill you. I can't kill anything.
Oh, come on now. We all have unpleasant duties at times, but if I don't mind, why should you? It must be done.
Oh. Must it? I'm not so sure about that.
What do you mean?
Why should I execute you when making an affidavit of that would do just as well? Here are plenty witnesses. Lord High Admiral, Lord Chief Justice, Attorney General, Private Secretary.
Where are they?
There they are. And they'll all swear to it too, won't you?
Am I to understand that you want all us high ministers of state to lie like dogs?
Puba, we're talking cold, hard cash.
Oh, just call me Fido. Rough.
But I tell you, life without Yum Yum is totally out of the question.
Oh, Yum Yum, Yum Yum. I've heard enough about Yum Yum. Fine Yum Yum, marry Yum Yum. Just go away and never come back. And here she is now. Yum Yum, are you particularly busy?
Not particularly.
Have you got 5 minutes to spare?
Yeah.
Good. Then go along with him, His Grace Archbishop of Tittypoo. He shall marry you at once.
But if I'm to be buried alive...
No questions. Nanky Poo will explain it all later.
Wait, one moment.
The Mikado, he's coming to see whether I've obeyed his orders. Get out of here. If he finds you alive, I'll have the greatest difficulty in persuading him I've already beheaded you. Now go!
I'm here. Chill out. A more humane Mikado never did in Japan exist. To nobody's second, I'm certainly reckoned a true philanthropist. It is my most humane endeavor to make to some extent each evil liver a running river of a harmless merriment. 1, 2, 3, 4. My object, oh sublime, I will achieve in time. To let the punishment fit the crime, the punishment fit the crime, and make each prisoner pence unwillingly represent a source of innocent merriment, of innocent merriment. The smoking man who puffs like a chimney and don't care where ashes are tossed. I'll tie the offenders to Oldsmobile offenders and let them inhale the exhaust.
colossal boss who read the whodunit and blab that the butler's the crook. I'll give them a mystery by Agatha Christie with no final page to the book. The musical snob who thinks the Beethoven is the cat who is king of the hop. I'll tie him down to an Ellington sound and jitterbug jive till they drop. Now the gloomy gusses who see nothing but trouble then mutter and moan through the day. I'll bash the boring beneath my floor and tap my troubles away. The state senator who asks all the questions is absent for every reply. I'll nail his teeth in session at Easter, not let him out till July. Now all you critics who pen and pan me, I've got a weapon sure make you squirm. Bojangles has got to be the Vice Mikado before I'll accept a third term. If Gilbert and Sullivan could see me now. Hit it. Let the punishment fit the crime. The punishment fit the crime. Let the punishment fit the crime. The punishment fit the crime. And let the punishment fit the crime. The punishment fit the crime. The punishment fits the crime. The punishment fit the crime.
I am honored to welcome Your Majesty. I have guessed the reason for Your Majesty's visit. The execution has taken place.
Oh, you've had an execution, have you?
Yes. The coroner has just handed me the certificate.
I am the coroner. And this is the certificate of his death. It's in Japanese! We are Japanese. Oh yeah, we are Japanese. At Titipu, in the presence of the Lord Chancellor, Lord Chief Justice, Attorney General, Private Secretary?
They were all present, Your Majesty. I counted them myself.
Very good, House. I wish I'd been in time for the performance.
A tough fellow he was, too. A man of gigantic strength. Why, his struggles were something, fierce. Oh, fierce, that was it. It was a really remarkable scene. He squirmed, and he struggled, and he begged for mercy. But I bared my big right arm, and I drew my sneaker seat.
All this is very interesting, but we came about a totally different matter.
Oh, a different matter? What matter?
A year ago, my son, the heir to the throne of all of Japan, ran away from our imperial court.
No kidding. Was he dissatisfied with his position?
Not at all. On the contrary, I was going to marry him. Yet he fled.
I'm surprised that he should have fled from someone so lovely.
That is not true. You think I'm not beautiful because my face is plain? Well, beauty is not only in the face to be found. It is true that my face is plain.
That's a fact.
But I have a left shoulder blade. That is a miracle of loveliness. People come from miles around just to see it. My right elbow holds a fascination that few can resist. And as for my circulation,
It is the largest in the world.
And yet he fled.
He is now masquerading in this town, disguised as a second trumpet.
A second trumpet?
Yeah, he goes by the name of,
Nanky Poo!
Nanky Poo!
Nanky Poo. There's not much family resemblance. Can you tell me where he is?
Well, yes, it's quite easy. He's, well, that's rather difficult, you see. What am I gonna tell him? He's abroad.
Gone abroad?
Yep.
I see. His address?
Oh, he's addressed. Titties. No, Titty Poo.
Wait.
No. We're in Titty Poo. Little Rock, Twin Peaks. No. The Grand Canyon. No. It's Cleavage, Cleveland.
What's the matter?
Look here, his name, Nanky Poo, beheaded this morning. Oh, where shall I find another?
Dear, this is a problem. My poor fellow, in your haste to carry out my wishes, you have beheaded the heir to the throne of Japan. Oh, come on now.
I had no idea.
Of course you hadn't. How could you? If a man of exalted rank chooses to disguise himself as a second trumpet, he must take the consequences. I've no doubt he thoroughly deserved all he got.
It's not like we could tell who the gentleman really was.
It wasn't written on his forehead.
My handkerchief. That's a good one. I forget the punishment for causing the death of the heir apparent.
Punishment?
Yeah, I know it's something lingering with boiling oil.
Yes, it is. Boiling oil.
Yeah, lingering with boiling oil or melted lead. I know it's something humorous, but lingering with boiling oil or melted lead. But come now, don't fret. I'm not a bit angry.
We had...
If Your Majesty will accept our assurance, we really had no idea.
Of course.
I knew nothing about it.
I wasn't even there.
That's the pathetic part of it. Unfortunately, the fool of a law says, causing the death of the heir apparent. There's not a word about a mistake. No. Or not knowing.
No.
Or having no idea.
No.
Or not being there.
No.
There should be, of course.
Yes.
But there isn't. No. That's the slapdash way in which these laws are written. But cheer up. I'll have it changed.
Oh.
Next session.
Oh.
Now, let's see about your execution.
Your Majesty, I believe lunch is being served.
Will after lunch suit you?
It'll have to.
Then we'll make it after lunch.
Hey, I don't want any lunch.
What do you mean you don't want any lunch? Oh, my...
I'm really very sorry for you all, but it's an unjust world, and virtue is triumphant only in musical comedies.
Come here. You guys got 7 courses to figure something out. And if you can't... Coming, Your Majesty.
Well, this is a fine mess you've gotten us into. But never mind that now. There's one thing that must be done. Nanky Poo must come to life again. And here he is now. Nanky Poo, I've got good news for you. You're reprieved.
No, it's too late. I'm a dead man. I'm off my honeymoon.
But a terrible thing has just happened. Why, it seems that you're the son of the Mikado.
Oh, yeah, but that happened a long time ago.
But your father's here, and he's with Kadisha.
My father? With Kadisha?
Yeah, she wants you.
You can say that again.
Oh, but he's married now.
And what's that got to do with anything?
Well, Kadisha claims me in marriage, but I can't marry her. I'm already married. Therefore, she'll insist on my instant execution. But if I'm executed, My wife will be buried alive.
Oh, no.
You see our difficulty.
Yes, I don't know what must be done.
There is one chance.
What?
If you could persuade Kasia to marry you, she'd have no further claim on me. And I could come to life without any fear of being put to death.
Oh, that's a good answer. That's a good answer.
No. I marry Kadisha?
I really think it's the only way.
But have you seen her?
That's just her face. She's a left shoulder and it's perfect.
And I hear that her right heel is much admired by connoisseurs.
My good sir, I can't pin my heart upon a lady's right heel.
Well, the bottom line is that while Kasia is alive, married rather, I'd prefer her to be a disembodied spirit. But when she's married, I'll come miraculously back to life.
What's that?
Here she comes now.
Oh no.
Oh, let's get the hell out of here.
No. How am I going to persuade Kadisha to marry me? Oh my God, look at her. Oh, God.
Alone and yet alive, my soul is still my body's prisoner. Remote the peace that death alone can give. My doom to wait, my punishment to live, Oh, living come tell me why, when hope is gone, do you stay on? Why linger here when all is dream? Oh, living come tell me why, when hope is gone, do you stay on? May not a cheated woman die? May not a cheated woman die? Hearts do not break, they sting and ache for all love's sake, but do not die. Though in each breath they long for death, as witnesses the living eye, the living eye. Oh, living eye, come tell me why, when hope is gone,
Carisha.
You who robbed me of my love,
Carisha, mercy, please.
Mercy? Did you show any mercy for him? See here, you have killed my love. Well, he didn't really love me, but he would have loved me in time. I am an acquired taste. Only the educated palate can appreciate me. And I was educating his palate just fine when he left. It takes years to train a man to love me. And now you expect me to go the whole way around again and at the same time beg mercy for you who robbed me of my prey. I mean my pupil. Oh, where shall I find another?
Ooh, here.
What?
Carisha, for years I have loved you with a white-hot passion that is slowly but surely consuming my very vitals. Don't shrink from me. If there's mercy in a woman's heart, take pity for a lovesick fool who thrills to your tiniest touch. Under a poor mask of disgust, I have tried to hide a passion whose inner fires are broiling the very soul within me, but the fire will not be smothered. Carisha, I dare not hope for your love, but I will not live on without it, darling.
You, whose hands still reek of blood, you dare talk to me of passion, the woman you have done so wrong.
I do. Accept my love, or I die on the spot.
Go ahead, turkey. Nobody knows better than I do. Nobody ever died of a broken heart.
Poba. Poba. Yeah. Put it out. On a tree by a river, a little tomtit sang willow, tit, willow, tit, willow. And I said to him, Dicky bird, why do you sit singing willow, tit, willow? Is it weakness of intellect, birdie, I cried, or a rather tough worm in your little inside? Oh, with a shake of his poor little head he replied, tit willow, tit willow, tit willow. And he slapped on his chest as he sat on that bough, singing willow, tit willow, tit willow. And a cold perspiration bespangled his brow. Oh, willow, tit willow, tit willow. And he sobbed and he sighed, and a gurgle he gave. Then he plunged himself into the billowing wave. Get in. Oh. And an echo arose from his suicide grave. Oh, willow, whoa, 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 whoa. Tit, willow, whoa, 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 whoa. Tit, willow, whoa, 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 whoa. Now I feel just as sure as I'm sure that my name isn't Willow, tit, willow, tit, willow. That was blighted affection did make him exclaim, oh, willow, tit, willow. And if you remain callous and obdurate, I shall perish as he did, and you will know why. though I probably shall not exclaim as I die. Oh, willow, whoa, 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 whoa. Tit, willow, whoa, 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 whoa. Tit, willow.
Did he really die of love?
He really did.
All on account of a cruel little hen?
Yes,
Poor little fella.
it's a sad tale, and quite true. I knew the bird well.
Did you? You must have been very fond of her.
His affection was something, terrible.
And if I refuse you, you'll go and do the same.
At once.
No, you mustn't. Anything but that. Oh, I'm a silly little goose.
You are.
And you won't hate me because I'm just a little teeny weeny wee bit bloodthirsty, will you?
Hate you? Oh, Kadisha, is there not even beauty in the bloodthirstiness?
My idea exactly. There is beauty in the bellow of the blast. There is grandeur in the growling of the gale. There is eloquent outpouring when the lion is roaring and the tiger is the lashing of his tail.
Yes, I like to see the tiger from the Congo or the Niger, and especially when the lashing of his tail.
Volcanoes have a splendor that is grim, and earthquakes only terrify the dogs. But to him who's scientific, there's nothing that's terrific in the falling of a flight of thunder.
Yes, in spite of all my weakness, if I had a little weakness, it's a passion for a flight of thunderbolts. If that is so, sing Derry, did down Derry, it's evidently very unsafe. So on, away we'll go and merrily get married, heartily to tarry till day is done. There is beauty in extreme old age. Do you fancy you are elderly enough? Information I'm requesting on a subject interesting. Is a maiden all that better when she's tough?
So that is my dominion. It's the general opinion that she'll last a good deal longer when she's tough.
Are you old enough to marry, do you think? Won't you wait until you're 80 in the shade? There's a fascination frantic in a ruin that's romantic. Do you think you're sufficiently decayed?
To the matter that you mentioned, I have given some attention, and I think I am sufficiently decayed.
If that is so, sing Derry, did down Derry, it's evidently very up taste. Someone away we'll go and merrily get married, or tardily to tarry till day is done. If that is so, sing Derry, did down Derry, it's evidently very up taste. Someone away we'll go and merrily get married, or tardily to tarry till day is done. Sing Derry, did down Derry. We'll merrily get married.
Merrily get married.
Nor tardily to tarry.
Tardily to tarry
till day is
Man, that was a fierce lunch. I'm telling you, that southern fried sushi is what's happening. Have all the painful preparations been made?
Your Majesty, all's prepared.
Then produce the unfortunate gentleman as to well-meaning but misguided accomplices.
Right now?
Right now.
They were just... Mercy!
Mercy! Mercy! Mercy!
Mercy.
Mercy for Coco! Mercy even for Pooh and for Pity Sing!
I beg your pardon. I don't think I quite caught that remark.
I believe that was mercy for Pooh.
And for Pity Sing.
You see, I'm just cuckoo for Coco. I just married this miserable, unworthy creature.
Oh, that certainly didn't take much time.
Oh, we were married before the registrar.
I am the registrar.
I see. But as you have slain the heir apparent...
Oh, the heir apparent is not slain.
Oh, bless my heart, my son.
Hiya, Pop.
And your new daughter-in-law.
You...
Oh, no.
You have deceived me again! Chop it off! Chop it off!
Yes. You are entitled to a little explanation, but I think you'll give it better whole than in pieces.
Your Majesty, it is true that I stated I had killed Nanky Poo.
Yeah, with most affecting particulars.
Thank you. When Your Majesty says do a thing, practically it's as good as done. Because Your Majesty's will is law.
Well, of course.
Your Majesty says kill a gentleman, that gentleman's just as good as dead. And if he's just as good as dead, why not say so?
I see. Nothing could be more satisfactory.
The itty-bitty thunderclouds passed away.
I miss the sunshine shining dawning day.
And those dark nights going much too soon.
With many, many years of afternoon.
And let the throngs of joy advance with laughing song and merry dance. With joy shout and ringing, cheering all the great and victory. With joy shout and ringing, cheering, we're ringing, cheering.
Yum, yum! Yum, yum! Yum, yum! Nanky Poo as a married yum, yum! Congratulations to all your relations and your relatives still to come. So drink a toast to Nanky Poo. Lift a glass to Coco too. You won't forget it. You might regret it. Married kind of shy and yum yum.
Dumb, dumb, dumb. Marriage was not so dumb. Whatever you say, you've still got your hand, and that's better than nothing on chum. Well, now it's time for us to end this show. You know we really hate to go. We say good evening. Now we're leaving, and we're so glad that you could come.
Do not want to let you go, but we have finished with our show. We do not want to let you go, but we have finished with our show. We do not want to let you go, but we have finished with our show. We do not want to let you go, but we have finished with our show. We do not want to let you go, but we have finished with our show. Yeah.
Now, if I could just delay you just for a few moments. Again, for the second time today, we've had 2 hours of top-class entertainment from the students here on the stage, from the students in the choir, and from the orchestra. So I'm going to say again, well done to all of you. So again, have a big round of applause here for... Again, I want to thank again particularly the students here on the stage. They worked very, very hard over the last 2 months. They gave up the time freely. They were here late in the evening. They were here weekends, here during the midterm break. They worked very, very hard. They did everything was asked of them. Certainly all the hard work paid off tonight with a very, very fine show. So again, well done to all of you. This is the community school's 13th show. And again, I suppose numerous things have changed over those 13 years, but one thing has remained the very, very same, that this show again was produced again by a very hard-working, very dedicated, very committed producer and director. We'll show again our appreciation for Mr. John Murray, please. John again obviously is the leader of a very, very strong team. He had a very, very large team helping him this year to produce the show. And again, from the very, very first audition to all the rehearsals, to all the dress rehearsals, all the evenings up in the front lobby and so on, one person was there. She has lived every, I think, moment of the show tonight. She has danced every dance, tunneled every page and so on. Big hand again for Miss Nicola Shields, please. Again, so again, this is obviously a very, very lively show. It's full of fast movement. And all again, those clever dance routines, again, well practiced and well rehearsed and well drilled by our choreographer, Miss Miriam Ball. So Miriam, back, I think. Yes, you're right back. My thanks also again to Miss Niamh Sheehan again, who gave again generously of her time again to coach the students in the final points of drama and stagecraft. Miss Niamh Sheehan again, thank you. One of the many challenges again of having a show here in the schools, we have to build this stage and obviously plan this set every single year. This year again, the set again was again masterminded by a very patient man, our art teacher, Mr. Andrew Fox. So Mr. Fox. And Mr. Fox again was assisted all through the last 2 months again by the students in 6 LCA. So again, thanks to the boys and girls in 6 LCA as well. The set again was built during the midterm break. It was built again by the caretakers and by our stage crew under the very, very watchful eye of our caretaker, Michael Hayes. So to all of you, thank you. The stage crew are going to be working again very, very hard here all day for the various different shows, and all the sets and all the props and all the changes, all again masterminded by our stage manager, Miss Emily Kerwin. So Miss Kerwin, thank you. This again is obviously a very, very colourful show. All the fabulous costumes and wonderful hairdos and the fabulous makeup and so on is all the creation of a very, very hard-working costume department. And managed again this year again by Miss Tracy Gibson and Miss Claire Carr, assisted this evening by Miss Ciara O'Connor, Miss Patricia Delan and Miss Maria Murray. To all of you, thank you very much. And again, to an area obviously very close to my heart, the area of money and finance. I thank again all those again who were involved in program production and program sales, in raffle tickets and raffle sales and so on. And again, in front of house arrangements, all very, very important aspects of the show. And thanks again to Ailsa McNamara and the 6th-year LCVP class, to the office staff, to the caretakers, all of whom worked very, very hard in the last few days. Thank you all very, very much. Thank you. And finally, my thanks again to Brian on sound and to Maeve Kennedy and Maeve Ryan on the balcony with that lovely bright light. Thank you very much. And finally, thanks to you again for being a wonderful audience. And just say again, obviously the show again runs for 2 more nights again. Do please spread the word again. Tickets are on sale in the office every day and the door each night. Thank you all very much, and back to the cast now for the final encore. Thank you. Bye.
Clouds passed away,
And this sun's gonna shine a dawning day.
and though dark nights going much too soon,
Many, many years of afternoon.
then the joy and dance. We'll laugh in song and merry dance. With joy and shout and ringing, cheering on the ring and victory. With joy and shout and ringing, cheering. Yum yum, yum yum, who has a married yum yum? Congratulations to all your relations and your relatives still to come. So drink a toast to Nicky and leave a glass go to. Don't forget it, you're mighty great, married kind of shy and young. Dum 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 dum.
Whatever you say, you still got your head and a feather, nothing on the job. Well, now it's time for us to end this show. You know we really hate to go. We say good evening, now we're leaving, and we're so glad that you could come.
I want to let you know, but we have finished with our show. We do not want to let you know, but we have finished with our show. We do not want to let you know, but we have finished with our show. We do not want to let you know, but we have finished with our show. We do not want to let you know, but we have finished with our show. Yeah!
Top hat and tails, good jokes. Spin around.
Oh yeah!
If you wanna know who we are,
We are gentlemen of Japan.
play trombone or jazz guitar. Our dancing's so adept, we're swing with every step. We're all cool and hip. Papa do not our sweetie pie. If you think we work by strings, you don't understand these things.
gentlemen